Okay, this is for all of you who have tried every single productivity tip and none of them quite clicked for you. You've tried to do what the guru said. You tried to time block. You tried to follow a really disciplined calendar. You tried to wake up in the morning and have this crazy morning routine, and none of it really stuck. I see you, and I promise you, you're not broken. I'm Amber Deibert. I'm a performance coach for enterprise and strategic sellers. I help with mindset and I help with productivity. My sweet spot is helping people who know what they need to do. They just can't quite get themselves to do it. And by working through your mindset, working through your productivity, we can reliably get you 2 hours back per day. Today, I'm going to share with you my proprietary framework I came up with in my very own brain, and this is going to be totally game-changing for you. By the end of this episode, you'll understand your unique energy style and why those other tactics didn't work for you and which tactics actually will. We're going to work like you work out and structure your day so that you have so much less friction, so much less resistance, so much more flow, reduce all the shame, and get rid of the guilt. Sound good? Let's go. Okay, so let me give you the idea behind this work like you work out framework. I have this theory that we mentally like to expend energy the same way we physically like to expend energy. And while I was working with my clients, I was helping them with their productivity, with their mindset. And I would have a lot of people that would come to me and say, I keep hearing about deep work. You need to have 2, 3, 4 hours of deep work every day. And I'm trying to do more deep work and it's just not working for me. And I would look at them and be like, respectfully, you're not a deep work kind of a person. Like there's something about you that just tells me you're not a deep work kind of a person. And I realized that's not their energy style. So let me give you the idea. On the spectrum of, I'm calling them athletes, but I actually don't even care if you exercise or not. I just want to know how you like to expend energy. So on the spectrum of people, there might be some people that lean more towards endurance athlete type exercises. It's marathons, it's long bike rides. And when I think about these people, I think what's key for them is they have to do a lot of planning before they go out on their run or their bike ride. And then once they've got the planning out of the way, it's low intensity, long duration. And I think about the other end of this spectrum of people who are maybe more interval training people or high intensity interval training or CrossFitters or circuit training type people. These people really don't have to do much planning. They might walk in the CrossFit gym and look at the board and see what the workout is, but they don't really need to know the whole workout. All they need to know is the first thing that they're doing. And then their execution looks a lot more like short burst, high intensity. So I see a lot of people getting this mixed up. They might be a short burst, high intensity kind of a person, but they're trying to do hours of deep work, which that's not really who you are. That's not how your energy flows. Or I see people who are more low intensity, long duration that have a bunch of interruptions in their day. They have a bunch of distractions. They're not able to get in that deep work that they need to get into. So once you know kind of where you fall on the spectrum, you can optimize your workday to match how you like to exercise. Okay, pause right now. I would love to hear, are you more of a marathoner? Are you more of a sprinter? Are you somewhere in between? Something else altogether? I love hearing where people land. Please drop it in the comments. Okay, so point number 2, the place where I see this going wrong with exercise and with your workday is that people have so many shoulds. You have this idea in your head of what your exercise should look like, or you have this idea in your head of what your workday should look like, and you expect yourself to be something that you're not. This is where all the friction comes in, where all the guilt comes in, where all the shame comes in, where all the resistance comes in, and you're blocking yourself from operating at your best. What I love about this framework the most is that it allows you to be you unapologetically. And once you accept who you actually are and how you actually work best, you get so much more done because you're dropping all the mental friction of this. The way I think about it is it's like swimming with ski gear on. Swimming itself is hard. It's not easy. It still takes a lot of effort, but you've got a helmet and a ski coat and ski boots and ski pants and gloves on. And so you're just like dying, you're drowning. You have all this extra mental weight of how you think you should be operating and beating yourself up for not being that way and thinking that you're wrong for the way that you actually do operate and trying to be something that you're not. When you can drop the ski gear and just swim through the water, it becomes so much easier. You don't have all that extra weight dragging you down. So first and foremost, as you're thinking about this, I want you to drop the shoulds. I see a lot of people who are more on the CrossFit, circuit training, high intensity, low duration side. And they expect themselves to work for 8 hours because society taught us that you're supposed to work for 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, like whatever it is, right? You're supposed to stay focused for that entire time. But the way that their energy works is not long duration, low intensity. It's short duration, high intensity. I find that these people get more done in a shorter period of time than most people can do all day. But they're beating themselves up because they got the most of the work done in the morning, but they expect themselves to still be alive and firing by 5 p.m. So I want you to just look at how you exercise. Look at your internal energy blueprint of what your workday should look like and align it more towards that. There are so many other really fascinating, point number 3, really fascinating other things that can show up in your workday that align to your workouts. Like I like to look at, do you like to exercise with other people or not? Because that also is very key in your workday. If you're the kind of person that when you're around other people, you're in a group class, you're with your friends, you're playing pickleball, whatever it is, you're with other people, and that signals to you that like we're exercising, you might need the same thing for your workday. And I see for so many sellers, they're working from home, they're working remotely, they're just by themselves in their home office, and they really need other people to signal to them it's time to work. So even just going to a coffee shop, finding people to co-work with. I sometimes will do co-working virtually with other people, and that is so helpful for me. So are you the kind of person that needs to exercise with other people? Because you might need to work with other people as well. And there's all sorts of other funny little things like, are you particular about what you wear when you exercise? Because that might be a signal for you that it's work time also. Or are you particular about what you eat or drink when you exercise? Because that might also be something that you want to take into account in your workday to signal to your brain that it's work time. If you have something quirky about your workouts, like you always have to wear the same clothes, or you have to have the right water bottle, or it has to be exactly the right pre-workout, I would love to hear it. Drop it in the comments. Okay, so what I hope you got from this episode is, first and foremost, you have a blueprint inside of you of exactly what your productivity should look like in your workday. All you have to do is look at how you like to expend physical energy. I don't even care if you exercise as much as you like to, or as much as you want to, or if you're exercising, you consider yourself an athlete or not. I just want to know, how do you like to expend physical energy? And once you take a look at that, you can map it over to what your workday should look like. Second, I want you to drop all the shoulds. Just let yourself be who you are. There's this huge fear that if I let myself be who I am, then it's going to be a disaster. You're going to find me just scrolling on my phone forever. I'm just going to do nothing. I'm going to be so lazy. But that's not the reality. The reality is that if you optimize for who you actually are, it's like dropping the ski gear and letting yourself swim. It's still going to take effort. It's not effortless to swim through a pool, but it's a whole heck of a lot easier than swimming through a pool with ski gear on. And then number 3, look at what's already working for your workouts and bring that into your workday. If food is important to you, if people are important to you, if meaning is important to you, bring that into your workday and you'll find that you're going to be a lot more ready to work. Okay, this was a broad overview. I hope it gave you really good information about your style and seeing where you land, and I hope you've already gained some insights. If you want to go further, I teach a free workshop on this exact topic. You can go to mentalmastery.com/free workshop, and I will give you personalized coaching live on what your workday should look like based on your workout style. It's so fun. People come to this workshop, their minds are blown. I think it's like kind of like a cool, interesting topic. And when people learn about it, they're like, wait a minute, this changes everything. I had somebody come to the workshop and requested a call with me afterwards and said, I just have to tell you, that workshop was a lot more impactful than I thought it was going to be. And I've applied the free information that you gave me, and I have reduced my stress at work by 70% or more. I feel so much less stressed because I'm actually operating in a way that aligns with me. If you want this and you want your own custom tips, please come to the workshop. Go to mentalmastery.com/free workshop. If you have any questions at all, come connect with me on LinkedIn. Just search for Amber Deibert and you'll find me there. And I would love to hear from you. I'll catch you in the next episode.